Alright, this is second round semifinal of the Menagerie Cage Match Tournament. We're against Not Too Bad, and we're playing games with Paddock. Paddock is this card. Here, we'll show a kingdom like I never do. And it's gain 2 horses plus 1 action per empty supply pile. And apparently we're going to listen to a dog all day. And so it's pretty, I guess, okay as 2 cards, 2 actions, but when it really starts to pick up, it's because this 1 action per empty supply pile. This board is going to be Sentry. We probably do want to end up Paddock. When you get 2 actions in play, you can end up balling for peddlers. It's going to be kind of tough to get in line with Commerce to get golds in the deck. So we're probably looking at a couple Sentries, a Paddock, some peddlers, and probably buying gold. So our start here is going to probably, we have 2-5. It turns out it's just going to be Sentry. So here's Sentry. I'm guessing the other side's going to be something like a Lookout Cardinal, maybe. No, Silver Overlord. That's right. You want the Sentry. The Overlord's right there. That probably makes this Overlord for me, given that our 2 targets are 5s. We'll have an opportunity to do the ball for peddlers thing next turn. I think is a good target. We once again have this timer that doesn't do anything. Oh, I guess we're not going to be able to do that. That's right. Do you have an Overlord in there? No. Well, maybe. It's like debating whether to have this be a Rabble, given that those are 2 coppers. I suppose it could also be something like a Mine. That'll get a Commerce in, but it'll only be 2, won't it? It's still not very appealing. Yeah, what if I have this be like a Mine? And we'll buy silver. This is about perfect. Here we'll just play as Paddock and I think do that thing. Possibly the last time we do it. Let's see. I'm feeling okay right now. Another Overlord. It's mostly going to be playing a Sentry. That was quite good for me. We can buy Commerce for 1 gold. I can also just do a ball for peddlers again. I don't know if I want to do that or just go straight into green. I'm guessing do that bit first. I'll probably start buying province this turn. One copper left. Can be appropriately ditched. Alright, apparently not. Alright, I think this is just going to be starting to province. And try to do that the rest of the way. The 2-5 is obviously good here. I think on your start, you maybe just start Overlord nothing and only hold 1 debt rather than taking the silver. We'll see. I just left province on top, which was not the most brilliant thing ever. But, oh well. So I am sort of dependent on you missing at some point, which I think is probably possible. We'll see. Good enough, right? 6. Yeah. So that's probably the last province. The next one's going to have to be Duchy. And we'll get into who lasts the longest. Being able to Duchy and potentially ball for estates. And all those other nice things. Just leave a horse. Could try Cardinal, that just seems worse than playing as Paddock. I could also try like Mine. Right? I really wanted to. I'll just keep doing horses though. Move the duchies out, move the estates out. That's gonna be a unpleasant one. Just assuming here. You guys might want to play a sentry. Could also play as like journeyman naming province. That worked. And you'll buy duchy and then we'll be balling for estates. It'll be real fun. Not at all. The theory would be that you are slightly less sustainable, but I don't know. Ability to hit 5 or 6. Rabble. Alright, fine. Take 1 estate. Well, if I can reach now, I'll buy the province. I don't reach. So this will just be Paddock. And I can ball for 2 estates. Again, I suppose. This could seriously mess up my ability to reach province eventually, but the hope would be that you're just as bad off. Well, do multiple Paddocks, that's a thing, isn't it? Now, the good news is now I just need to hit 3. Which will do... I don't think I want to shuffle. Alright, now we get to do struggles to hit 8, which is going to be exciting. Well, you probably will immediately not struggle. Sure. It's just a rabble. That would mean that you're not going for anything. I guess you're just gonna be like buying peddlers depending on gold. Silver, alright. Alright. I don't know whether it's better to take a peddler or a silver right now. Probably silver. Given how messed up the deck is. I feel like if you buy province, I'm in trouble, but now Paddock is a village. Yeah, that was not something that I had really thought about, I guess. I think we want to play this as rabble. I could buy copper. I don't know if that's actually better or worse than nothing. I think we're going to say it isn't. Yeah. 2 duchies on top. Lovely. This can be Paddock and then buy Paddock, which seems decent. I guess it could also be commerce, gain a gold. Three green cards on top. Just what we like seeing, isn't it? Gold. Alright, well, this is looking decent. I think we just leave the silver. Call that a day. This is ugly. Ugly. Well, top deck's a duchy. Gold. Sure. Rabble. Yeah, let's just do this deal. I think this plays a sentry. Alright, well, that's nice to see on top, although I would have really liked to have known that, and I could have played it as like rabble and been a lot happier. But could it be? Yes, it's a province. Yay! Alright, that sucks. And to your start. Alright, we should take a moment here before we press start game, because you get to determine the timing. Let's see. Paddock is the draw. Apparently we're also forcing Cardinal in. Let's see. Pageant points a little bit more towards something that looks a little more money-ish, but Paddock is draw. We have Village, we have Buy, and Pouch, and also Horse Traders. Monument makes you kind of want to go long. So I think it's doable. If they go heavy on treasures, you can start adding some pirate ships. Cardinals. Oh, I should have thought about what the start was going to be. Probably like Cardinal Fishing Village. Or Monument Fishing Village. I think I'm preferring Monument to Cardinal for the moment. Well, you're just going to hit a whole bunch of horses. Yeah, so Monument. Now, Pageant would have been a good thing to notice before clicking on Monument, would it have? Potentially. Duplicate. Okay, this is just going to be a Paddock for me. Here we'll pick up the Pageant. And we'll just keep going on Paddocks, I think, until really well, I guess we have a debate here, actually, between, like, Stonemason for 2 Paddocks and just taking 1 Paddock and a coffer. So it really depends on where we think this game's going. I think we think that it's going more like we're just gonna be buying things that give money, and then eventually some of these. Keep doing Paddocks. This is a little sucky. Honest. I don't know whether to take a duplicate here or like a stonemason for 2 fishing villages, or like a walled village. Walled village actually is pretty appealing with the top decking, although it doesn't work great with fishing village. I could actually imagine taking like gold or another monument over Paddock. At some point we will want the treasures. now I think we're safe to just go into province. Walled village is down there. If I hit 5, what am I doing? Going for something a little bit longer term, it looks like. We're just going to take a gold. The whole village didn't top deck. Did I not know how it works? I don't know how it works. Okay. No, that's good to know. That is that I don't know how it works. It would have been nice for something to have piled before this turn to have. I'm just gonna... Well, I could take the last Paddock. Do something like Paddock Silver. That's good. Get a little bit ahead on keep. Now it's just going to be race to the finish. Provinces. Should take a gold, maybe? I don't know. Gold, copper. I think this should include a copper buy. Copper. There we are. Right. We'll just keep plugging provinces. Should be fine that way. You could take like 2 silvers. That would have been 10 points. You can do that in the future instead, right? Copper. This is looking pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It may have been the pageant. For you, possibly the duplicate. Wasn't great. Let's see, you should duplicate 2 silvers and buy a gold. I guess you could do like 2 silvers and a province. That's what, 16 points? 2 silvers and a gold, 15. Duplicate that. Yeah. And a duchy. I don't see duchy. Now, we'll just take this and call it a day. Alright. Wish I could say on to the last one, but yeah, it's a little bit ahead of myself. Anyways, back to my start at a minimum. And my start, so we can just click away and not care. Paddock's gonna actually be, as usual, really important here. We have a ability to start like Spice Merchant Hermit. It's whether it's going to be like Spice Merchant Hermit or like Pixie Hermit or Groom Hermit. I think the 3 is pretty clearly Hermit though, or Hermit. Yeah, well, let's take the Hermit and think now. What are we doing with Groom if we take Groom? Getting Pixies, getting Squire. Both of those are pretty appealing. I think we'll do the Groom and then have them collide, because why not? I could like trash a copper here and try to expedition a 1 out of 4. And then if I don't, it's play hermit, trash overgrown estate, buy pageant, which is actually pretty fine. So let's expedition here for the 1 out of 4. Okay, didn't get it. You're just gaining pixie, right? Groom. Oh. Wonder why. Second groom. So right now. Yeah, that sucks. Let's just be pixie, I think. This feels like decent shape. I'd say great. This next turn is probably a Paddock pickup. Assume we don't see the Madman, or maybe even if we do. Go like Paddock pickup. I don't know. Oh, wow. This is something. I don't know what I'd do with this right now. Like, I'd much rather have the 5, right? 5 cost. Groom a squire, probably. Feel a little bit lost in space here. That's really good. I would have liked that one. Mountain's Gift. So good. You don't have buy, though. You're going to play Necropolis, gain a squire, right? If you still have Necropolis. Oh, apparently you're just going to get Forest Gift. Alright, well that was good for you. Expect you like pick up a squire off this groom and then they're going to buy a Paddock Lost City. Maybe even with a pixie. Paddock Lost City. Expedition. Huh. That was a little strange. Alright, well, that's useless. We're just Paddock and a squire. And a trash. And a lost city. That seems worthless. Well, maybe not with your deck. I think I'm a little bit more trashed. I don't know how true that actually is. You're just going to be playing grooms. You needed a lost city last turn. For sure. So I'm guessing you're buying one this turn. Let's see. Let's see the lost city. Come on. Okay. I don't like that one too much. I can gain and play something here if I'd like. Probably should think about doing that. Or like gain silvers. How much money is this? 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna need silvers to hit price points. I don't get to play the Paddock, which I will. And I think we're just taking like a pair of lost cities. Or like Lost City Expedition. No, well, no, I will need the draw because I don't have the horses coming in. Oh, you picked up a Spice Merchant at some point. That was good of you to do so. A little bit trashed quicker. Which I guess if you're pulling 2 grooms, you can probably afford to do since you can add silver so quick. I feel like last turn was wasted a little bit doing the Expedition Lost City, but we'll figure it out this turn. We should get to where we want to this turn. Let's see if this brings for you. I'm going to get Pixie emptying pretty soon, which is going to mean Paddock's a lot better. We probably don't buy any more Lost Cities. That's no good. The Lost City is the last card, which I was kind of planning on having. But I don't know if a Pixie, well, this is buys 1, 5, 9, be 11-ish. We take like, I don't know what we take. Squire, Paddock. Paddock. I don't know what the better way to do that is, whether it's this way or that. Probably this way. I guess. Whoops. Squire, Paddock, Pixie. A little bit low on draw right now, but the hope is that that ends up sort of evening once the Pixie's empty. We'd rather be playing Paddock draw than Lost City draw when it comes to it. Just because one of them gives money. Sky. I don't know if you can get back around to that or not. I think. I guess we'll see. You're holding horse. Yeah, you're holding horses. At least one. one looks okay. Certainly. Now it's going to be a game of let's empty the paddocks, right? Oh, I don't know. Paddock, Pixie. Or so. Paddock, Lost City. Expedition. Alright. Comes a little hard on me. I don't think I need the draw. We're gonna want that. So here we're probably grooming for a Pixie. Actions, Paddock, eyes. We go up to like 12. Maybe a pair of Paddocks. And I don't know, Haven. Saying you take that Pixie. Which I mean you will, I'm sure. There's not much point in you not doing so. The Haven was a little on the ambitious side. It may have been better suited to be an expedition. But I think that's part of the position we're in. The thing that Haven does that Expedition doesn't is it can top deck a bunch of horses, like put a bunch into the discard pile, do a 1-card draw into it. Just something we didn't really have before, except maybe with Pixie, but those were all getting played mid-turn. Hopefully this is sort of the end of the stressful one turns. Trashing silver over goat is a little bit curious. Assuming you still have the goat around here. So you're going to top deck 2 horses, that looks fine. And you just have a whole bunch more money than I do, which is not fine. If you can, I think I would just take 4 Paddocks here. Oh no, then I can pile. I don't know if I can win though. I don't think I would be, well no, I could win. You just take 4 Paddocks, so some balance. Probably with a score, like Paddock Province. Looks somewhat appealing on your end. If you would trash the goat, you would get a coin token from that coffer, whatever the heck they are. Diagnosis, a bit of Mountain's Gift. I don't want to blame that, but there's a lot more that went on. Probably a little bit of the initial Hermit Groom stuff. I didn't get a collision. Obviously, you really don't need that expedition. That's not very useful. That looks okay. What do I want to do with this? Oh, and what's that last card? Possibly a horse. How many horses have I used? 4. Probably not a horse. It's a copper, isn't it? I can, get estates here. I don't think so. I just don't have the draw at the moment. We're gonna end up gaining an estate, which is scary. Oh, it is a horse. Shoot. I didn't think it was a horse. Well, that makes this a worse turn than it should have been. I think this is a silver gain. We're just buying 2 provinces, right? I'm hoping you can't pile estates and something. Maybe you can. How many pixies you have around? 1. There are worlds in which I can triple this next turn. I also don't think it's going to matter. I think you're going to be able to figure it out here. It's like squires estates, most likely. If you just gain some squires and if you gain 3 squires here, draw them, you can get 9 buys, which is going to be 1 short. If you gain 2 squires and an estate, you can still get 7 buys. Okay. I think I randomly left you short, so that's the good news. The bad news is I have no clue. I wonder if you can do grooms. Gain 100 grooms. I think that's less efficient than squire. Even. There's a possibility that I could have won last turn had I... that's one of the boons that I wanted. Damn. There's a possibility that I could have won last turn had I known that was a horse, but I evaluated it as a copper. So, that's no good. I'm playing with a lot less money. I keep saying that, and it keeps being true. Now we'll see what this turn brings from you. I don't think you're going to be trying to win here, so it's going to be some amount of points. You do have another lost city. I think you could have won. Given that. Not sure exactly. I think maybe still would have been a one-off. Beats me. Why don't you trash your goat? Like, really? Yeah. Why do you not trash your goat? Alright, I think I can actually get there this turn. But we'll see. Assuming I draw. Okay. Well, shoot. This sucks. What kind of dud do I hope for from you? I don't even know. I guess we're gonna like province, duchy, and just like hope for the best. Yeah, I don't see what else to do. I mean, I'm sure you can produce 11 coins. Look, it's 4 good cards. Now, this should be easy. It looks like you managed to not bottom deck 4 draw cards. We'll see if you can find this win. You buy a province and then you buy 2 duchies. God. That was annoying. Oh well. On to the next one. We can stop doing this anytime. Alright. Back to your start. That's kind of sucks. I was really hoping to win that one before everything bottom decked. What have we here? Well, it's the main focus is going to be page lackeys. Starts page chapel. We can get changelings out of the treasure hunter, but we're more likely to get nothing. Yeah, chapel. I guess there's some decision between page and lackeys for this. I could try lackeys. I don't really see a point in doing that, though. I guess the point is that your chapel is less likely to miss. Alright, well, my chapel didn't miss, so, you know. Apparently my page did, though. Okay, well. I'm not sure that I want this to be a Devil's Workshop or a Lackeys on that note. I suspect Lackeys. I don't know what the Devil's Workshop is gaining us. It's gaining us Lackeys, isn't it? We're going to want a second page up at some point. Now seems like an okay time, but not really. It feels bad. Feels bad. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Devil's Workshop. It'll probably just end up being like a gold. Disappointingly. It would be really good to draw it here and do something like a page Lackeys. But yeah, no such luck. Trash everything, yeah, I think so. Nothing to chance. Now your warrior miss, I guess. Hopefully you don't buy anything. But I suspect you will. Yeah. I can have this as a changeling if I'd like. Would I like? Probably. Nothing too good to flip there. We're gonna have to play this Lackeys. It's sort of disappointing. This can be like page, squire, Lackeys. I don't know. We might get to Paddock eventually. I'm not sure about that. Just Lackeys, right? I don't have money. That's interesting. Well, I guess I can trash out the copper then. Wait, no, we're getting a squire. Right. Squire. Yeah. I don't know if I want to change anything for this gold or not. I might. Might for sure. I expect I'm just gonna hold the second page at Treasure Hunter for a while. Is this Paddock? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know about that squire. This is a changeling play. This is for gold. Do I want this as a changeling? What kind of money am I making? I'm gonna have 3 buys, so I'll probably hold it. Assuming I'm buying lackeys. I'm buying like lackeys page, something like that. I wonder if I do that, if I even want to exchange for champion right away. I don't think so. Now we're keeping this. That's a lot of changelings. A little concerning. You just like run lackeys or something like that. Yeah, put horses in there first, right? Yeah. I don't. This looked like a really icky shuffle. I guess you're just gonna buy 4 lackeys anyway, so what does it matter? I would take 3 lackeys and I'd change them for the last one. Which makes me think I shouldn't have taken the page on the last turn. Hopefully you change them for a Paddock instead. Nope, no such luck. Am I buying? I guess we're pathfinding lackeys right here. This gets to gain us something. Probably squire. Squire. Yeah, both. That looks bad. Here, let's just do this in this order so that we can only end up with 1 villager. I feel like I might be close to a win here, though I'm not sure exactly how it will work. If I take like a changeling, what do I have? I have 5 buys, 1 changeling, right? Not particularly interesting. Yeah, it's not getting there. Alright. Don't exchange. Gain another silver. Buys. Points. At least the province. I think I'm just gonna take the duchy while I'm at it. You don't have a treasure hunter, do you? No. That's gonna make us slightly more difficult, right? You can't, like, mass gain changeling. Which points me towards Paddock right here. Oh, undo, 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 undo. I need this to be off. Keep. Whoops. Something's weird's going on. Alright. I need that off. Oh, end turn is right there. That's what happened. Okay. Keep there. That's better. That's a really nasty place to have end turn. Yeah, we brought up autoplay settings, see, and end turn was over it. So that was weird. Annoying. We'll mention that somewhere, I suppose. Oh, there's Mountain Pass. That's what's going on. That's funny. I would have just, like, taken 2 duchies had I known. I don't know. That's true. But let's see what this bid is. I guess I should think about what I would take. What did I have last turn? 13. If we take the bid, we can increase our money to more than that. If I give you, 40, apparently. You think you can win this turn then? That seems ambitious. But I guess we'll see. Paddock can gain 2 I'm not seeing 40. Maybe I should be. Alright, you can do changelings, right? Oh, I guess you can do changeling squire. Alright. Fair enough. There's this changeling around. Yeah. I guess you were holding changelings. Alright. Yeah, I should have done the duchy, apparently. No idea. I didn't see Mountain Pass was it. Stupid landmarks. Oh well, on to the last. Old Witch. Well, they also have this mole, whatever that means. So I guess we're looking at Old Witch early. Start would be like Militia Silver. Militia Lighthouse, probably more accurately. I don't even know if Militia's any good. I guess we can just displace it eventually when it isn't. At least makes you think a bit about Lighthouse, right? So let's Militia here. I guess we also have this Necropolis around. We could start like Cavalry, hope to discard Lighthouse. That would be amusing. The worst bad case is that we draw like Copper. Overgrown Estate. So no, I think I actually like starting that way. So let's say Cavalry. Okay, we drew Copper Overgrown Estate. Great. So that didn't work. Alright, well, what now? We mole this? It's pretty insanely risky. I could Cavalry and then mole it. Cavalry C, then mole. Let's try this again. Okay. I'm sure there's lots of potential ways this all could have gone horribly wrong. Just play Lighthouse here. Pick up another one. Then we want like a, I don't know, Storyteller in. I can take like in and put a bunch of horses into the deck. Or on top of the deck, rather. Which seems good. Necropolis, great. In here. Alternative as well, like Storyteller. Loving that, yeah. Assuming we do get militiaed. Hit. Okay, we don't. So that's good news. Now what? More lighthouses? Silver? Like silver? This is all very, very bad, is what this is. I can hit 5 here. That is something that I should do. And buy a useful card like a Displace. or a storyteller. Probably a displace. Do I get hit? No, I don't. Alright, this will be the storyteller. Or it can be another inn. Let's make this a storyteller. I have a lighthouse outright. Yeah. This feels decent right now. Which is better than it was. We have very impressive turns that don't do much. Of what it seems like. Okay. I don't know whether I'd just rather like displace this cavalry into a displace by cavalry, or play cavalry. What do we buy on 4, or what exactly? I think overgrown estate to silver is still going to be like the best thing we can do. On the other hand, stuff down there's not great, right? So there's obviously temptation to get cavalry. I could just place one of these to a storyteller, buy cavalry. I think this is the next thing. It's just whether it's going to be like an overgrown estate to a silver, or to a lighthouse, or to what. Or whether it's cavalry to something. There is an inn in there, which we may want to say is just going to be good enough for my purposes. Let's take another lighthouse. It does feel good to have this storyteller. Okay, you get yours. I think we're just gonna hold here. Put the horses in, put another storyteller in. If we have to discard, oh well. No, I mean, if we have to discard, we're gonna hold lighthouse and then mull the horse, right? Not a huge deal. Depending, I guess, on what our goals are. Just bought a silver. Alright, well, this looks good. Okay, we can get rid of the necropolis, right? For like another silver. Buy an inn, another inn. I don't think I want the inn there. It can't hurt. We do have the storyteller in here to be most helpful. Buys a cavalry. That's suspect. It feels to me right now like I have more good cards, although I may just be deceiving myself. And also, what exactly is a good card? I have an extra inn. Does that matter? I don't know. Just draw everything out. I wonder if I'd rather have a lighthouse here than a silver. Probably not. That's what? 6 cards. Just draw them all. Apparently we won't draw them all. What is that? I have no freaking clue what that is. It's a copper. We don't like leaving coppers on top, do we? Probably okay. Possibly okay. If we get ourselves like another inn here, I don't know. I don't know if another inn's probably in order anyways. I'd like to be displacing the cavalry. Which means another inn maybe isn't in order, but I also do need to draw. And I don't know that I'm doing that without it. Alright. Like, I'm going to be looking at displacing cavalry like gold. Oh, you didn't make it. Okay. Well, you have cavalry. That's right. Do that thing. I just feel like every time you do a mole, you're missing something. Is there any buy? Have I been like... Yeah, there's no buy. That should have been something I identified a lot earlier than I did, right? Misplace cavalry. Gold. Storyteller. I might be investing too much in getting the turn started. Inns. I guess we'll see. Get rid of the militia. I really think you should get rid of the militia rather than the cavalries. Oh, you played the militia. That goes along with not seeing Mountain Pass, doesn't it? You should displace the storyteller and then buy in. Easy for me to say. So we're going to displace cavalry, we said. To displace. Storyteller, draw up, probably miss something. Like, take this cavalry to a gold by cavalry. I don't know. Okay, that was not good. I should have done that in the other order. So it goes. What do we have? We have a cavalry and a copper on top. That's pretty ugly. I want another lighthouse. Sure. I'll just hope to get through everything. You buying cavalries to make your turns go is always good. It's better than buying cavalries for other reasons. I guess this turn we'd kind of like to start doing displaces up into provinces. Gold to province, province to gold. That thing. Not seeing Mountain Pass. A mole here? There's gotta be a mole coming in. No, let's just play cavalries. Okay. It's placed in, put in some horses. Okay. We can deal with that turn from you. We're less able to deal with this turn from me. Okay. There we are. Okay. I'd really like to do this displace business. Just making me want to do it kind of right now. Whether that's a good idea or not. There's another cavalry down there, right? Yeah. So I think I can get what I want to done just with, like, going to the end of this shuffle. Yeah, which is horses, go back to gold, and get another storyteller in deck. And now contemplate how I'm about to start off my turn by buying a cavalry, assuming there's any left. I guess it's worth playing all the treasures. What are you doing? Displace to gold, sure. Nobody's bought Paddock. Point that out. We're about to get pretty good though, assuming cavalries do run. Which, you know, looking at this hand, I might. Go to province, and now what? Money left? $3 silver. Alright, I can live with that. Alright, let's start it off this way. That is not something that we wanted to see in particular. I guess we're just going to draw here. The inn's not going to do us a whole lot. I should try to get horses in here or not. I think so, in which case we're going to discard like inn, copper. Okay. We do have another gold down there. I might just try to kind of get towards the end of this. Yeah. So it won't be, I guess, thrilling, but it'll be a solid turn on the way to things. Do I shuffle here? How many cards? 4? I could, like, mold this cavalry. Worst will be gold and I'll buy another. Another storyteller, most likely. Just keep putting those in. I mean, they're the draw, right? You'll have an excellent opportunity to buy cavalry to start this turn, assuming that you don't, which you're probably about to. Ooh. Plenty of money. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe you won't end up buying cavalry. Who knows? Gaining. Whatever it is I'm trying to say. If you double, we go in here with the goal of tripling. If you single, I think we also go into with the goal of tripling. I think we're going in with the goal of tripling no matter what. So. Let's see. The main thing that would make this really stressful is if you gain that cavalry. Expect this to be gold to province, yeah. then by the cavalry. Great. Okay, well, this makes me definitely at risk of dudding. We'll see. I think we're just going to play the in is in. Nothing fancy. If I do dud, what's your potential? It depends on what you buy. If I do dud it, I feel like your potential is just a double. You don't have gold. No, you do have gold. You have a gold. Right. Now you have a bunch of gold. Alright, so your potential is triple. Okay. Good. Okay, my belief is that I can triple from here somehow. But we're going to want to be a little bit careful about it. And then if I triple, you can't do a whole lot. Like, it's so tempting just to, just to go from here. I might even do that. Like if we do this, play the cavalry, go 4 in. May have screwed this up. I could offer a tie. Would be the thing that I'd be doing. There's an in here. Yeah. Yeah, someone can say, oh wow, he finally left a... Okay, let's just go with this. And hope for the best. I know you can't do better than that, so... It's more a question of can you do even that. I had triple in hand at one point and gave it up. Like an idiot. Like, if I just triple, what happens? But I got ambitious and didn't count, and, you know. It goes nicely along with forgetting Mountain Pass exists. Doesn't it? This place already. That's a little concerning, isn't it? Province to displace. Okay, that's not an extra gain. This would mean that this looks like it's going to be the end of the line? No. Alright. You have 2 green gains left. In theory. Which means I'm getting a turn. It should be like play horse, play in, and see what's to be seen. It'd be better if I had just tripled. But not to be. Yeah, this all looks like doom for you. Well, play horse, play in. Is there a point in keeping actions around? I think so. Do I want to keep the gold? I mean, we can displace duchy, right? Or cavalry. Looks like duchy. Okay, so this will be duchy to gold, right? Draw as much as we can. And drive in more of what we can. And contemplate if I could have done that better. It's just to province. Play our 2 cavalries by a duchy. This just should be too much distance. Apparently we're going to keep going. Whew. That was invigorating. Yeah, so the first 2 games I did pretty well. And then this third game I had the draw to win and everything bottom decked. The 4th game I forgot that Mountain Pass existed, and then whatever that one was. So anyways, yeah, that's good. So, Final is Swordfish Trombone, Way of the Chameleon. And see you all.